crazy? I used to like the people in construction know your weakness, because I'd be like, oh yeah, I go to the gym, I bench 225. You probably can't ever do that in your life. And then they'd be like, I picked that up, because I had just hit 225 bench. I'm like, oh yeah, yo voy a gimnasio. They're like, oh yeah, you go to the gym, let's see. I remember it would make me like lift all the heavy shit, like shingles, you know, shit for your roof, and go up the ladder with the shingles. You know what shingles are? I feel like Brad grew up in a suburban household.
Fucking things that overlap. You work at Home Depot.
But that's easy shit. You work inside Home Depot, I be going in, I'm like, yo, you know where this is at? Like this. Oh yeah, aisle 14, bro. That's all he does.
I was doing loss prevention. Meaning, like, I was walking on the store and you motherfuckers were coming and stealing shit.
You motherfuckers? What? I never stole it.
Bro, I saw you.
I'm not gonna lie, I stole a couple things from Home Depot. Home Depot's not gonna go bankrupt for us.
This is the book of Genesis 49 and 14. And it reads, Issachar, Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. Hey, Shalom Makyam. This is your brother Issachar, and I'm here with another lesson, giving all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai Ba'Shem Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the Great Muslim Camp.
What's crazy?
Which are the men that taught me the 100% truth according to the law and the prophets. Like always, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai. So in this lesson, I want to speak about the spiritual aspect of this small clip. Okay, that I was recommended by the algorithm, and what I saw that it was spiritual. Okay.
I used to like the people.
It's right here, Jake. Okay, if you can see his shoulder. Okay, the right part of his shoulder of Jake. Okay, which in this case is Issachar. Okay, the brother here, he has some form of kind of like a scar, a scar or a token, a sign that Jake, it's a strong ass. Okay, an ass is a donkey. But where it says here in Genesis 49 and 15, it says that he bowed his shoulder to bear. Okay, and you see Jake's shoulder, man. Okay, he bared what?
No, your weakness.
Bared hard work.
Like, oh yeah, I go.
Okay, Issachar, the tribe of Issachar was given the spirit, okay, to bear hard work. Okay, and that spirit that was given to the so-called Mexicans, okay, is the spirit of a donkey. Okay, and a donkey, when you go into the spiritual symbolism, it says here, in contrast to Grecian works, donkeys were portrayed in biblical works as symbols of service. And that's where you get the word servitude, man. The tribe of Issachar mainly, okay, was given both a blessing and a curse, because we were blessed, to have the power of labor. Okay, but on the flip side of the blessing, it's a curse, because we're using the power of labor, which was given to us by Yahweh Shema Shai, to serve our enemies. Okay, so all these different jobs, like landscaping, construction, and in this case, in this small clip, okay, this Issachar, he mentioned the shingles construction, which the asphalt shingles, okay, are used to overlap, okay, the top of a house or a certain building, okay, to protect it from from the elements. Okay, and this Jake, man, he was going into how it's there's a difference between you might be a bodybuilder, you might bench press your 225 weight, 245, whatever, you might think you're strong. Okay, you got heathens out there who they could bench 400, 500, pounds. But when it comes down to real work, because real work, real labor is these jobs that Issachar does, man. And when you put them to the test, you put these other heathens, okay, to the test for construction or these hard labor jobs, man. Hey, they're not able to handle. And in this case, Issachar said that he was able to put about 5 asphalt shingles on his shoulder, okay, which if you do the math, if each asphalt shingle is about 90 pounds, you put 9 times 5, that's 45, that's 450, okay, on his shoulder, okay. And that's, hey man, that's power. That's a power that the Lord gave the tribe of Issachar to bear, okay, on their shoulders spiritually. Okay, it says here, and he bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant unto tribute. Yeah, so not only are we just servants to the heathens, which that's a curse, but hey, even at times you'll see Issachar working on another Issacharite's home or business, or another brother's might be Judah brother, Zebulonite brother, Levite brother. Okay, we're also serving our brothers in captivity, and that's an actual blessing, but when it comes down to serving Esau, that's a curse, right? So I'm gonna go back here, give me a second, and go into the etymology right here, going back to Genesis 49 and 14. It says Issachar, so-called Mexicans, which is Issachar, that's where you get the word he is hired. And a good example of Issachar being hired, man. Okay, go to your local Home Depot around 5, 6, 7 a.m. You see more than a dozen, if not a couple hundred Issacharites, waiting in the parking lot, okay, for Esau, the enemy, or another heathen to come through and pick them up, because even Esau, the heathens, will tell you that their best workers are from the tribe of Issachar, not to take nothing away from all other brothers, because all the tribes are very hardworking, Judite brothers, we all were part of the construction of the different pyramids around the world, mainly the one in Egypt for captivity, which means bondage. But all throughout the world, the majority of those pyramids, if not all of them, were created by an Israelite. Okay, but in this case, the power of labor, of hard labor in very harsh environments, Issachar was given that blessing. But when you go here, the word strong, right? Let's go into that word strong. It says right here, the general sense is possessing or imparting force or energy, intense or intensified in the Greek. You see, so that's how you can verify really, that green check mark, to see who really is the tribe of Issachar, man. Because who else is doing these, hardcore labor jobs? Who's edifying? Okay, which is the word edifying. That's where you get the word edification. Okay, where you get the word in the Spanish edificio, right? Like a building. All these different buildings you see around. Okay, there, if not 70% of them, were created by an Issacharite, okay, family. Okay, why? Because the Lord gave him that power, man. So when you go into that word strong, it simply means of force or energy. So the Lord gave the so-called Mexicans, okay, a very powerful spirit of a donkey. And when you go into the spiritual aspect of a donkey, they represent suffering, okay, and peace. Yeah, if you see Issachar, so-called Mexicans, after their labor, or even during their lunchtime, okay, they're at peace. They're having their 30 to an hour break, drinking some type of beer, Modelo beer, Tecate. They're at peace, man. Okay, and the thing about Issachar, man, they enjoy doing hard labor, and that's actually a very masculine uh, trait that was given to really all the 12 tribes, but in this case the tribe of Issachar. It says, and humility, yeah, man. When Jake works, when they do their work, man, it keeps them humble. It keeps them in a humiliated state, man, because the hard work. Matter of fact, hate not laborers' works. It tells you that here in the book of Sirach. It says, Sirach 7 and 15, hate not laborers' work, neither husbandry, which the Most High has ordained. Yeah, so the Lord ordained hard work, hard labor, and really the hardest labor that the Lord, because every labor has a different level. Okay, but the level that the Lord gave Issachar, it's a high level work. Okay, and that's what keeps Issachar humble, man. See. So again, I'm gonna play that video, man, because I saw it as something very spiritual. Jake out here saying, yeah, benching 225, but you can't compare that to, having to carry 450 pounds worth of asphalt shingles, which asphalt shingles, what I gave you, brothers, an example right here. It's what covers the top of the roof. Okay, after edifying the wood and the various other layers, the components of a good roof system. But let me play this one more time, and I pray this is edifying.
What's crazy? I used to the people in construction know your weakness, because I'd be like, oh yeah, I go to the gym, my best 225. You probably can't ever do that in your life. And
another thing too, man, you got a lot of Issacharites who've never been to the gym, right? Because their gym is, these hardcore labor jobs. But if you were to put Issacharite, matter of fact, a quick example. Okay, I remember I was on social media, and when I was scrolling down, there was this old picture from the 1980s, late 1980s, early 1990s, of an Issacharite. And this Issacharite, he was in prison. Okay, about maybe he was probably like 30, 35 years old. But this Issacharite, he won the U.S. Prison championships. Because even in the prison system, they have some sort of competition when it comes down to bench pressing, deadlift, and squatting. And this Issacharite, man, he looked about 30 to 35 years old, weighted around maybe like 170, 180, and his height was about maybe like 5'5" to 5'7". But he actually won, okay, the USA prison championship system back in the 90s, in terms of competition of who's able to lift the most weight out of the three. When you combine the three, the bench press, the deadlift, and the squat, his total was about 1,300. Okay, and when you do the math, Akyam, that's crazy. Okay, let's just round it. Let's say 1,300 divided by 3. So he averaged 433 pounds. Okay, he's able to bench press 433, squat 433, and deadlift 433 average, man. It could have been maybe that he bench pressed like maybe like 500, squat 400, and so on. But that was his average for each lift: bench press, squat, and the other one was a deadlift. Man, he got a total of 1,300, and he beat everybody. Man, he beat the other Issacharites. He beat the other tribes, and even the heathens who were in the prison system. And he got first place, man. So hey, that's a beautiful thing, man. The Lord, though we're in the flesh, he still grant us some type of power. Hey, even at our lowest estate, man. Us brothers, whether you're Judah, Ephraim, Issachar in this case, man, hey, we're still stronger than these heathens, man. That's how you know we're the Lord's people.
And then they'll be like, I picked that up because I had just hit.
You see that Akim? You see his it's kind of like a birthmark too, but it's spiritual, man. That birthmark, I'm gonna have to screenshot it. Okay, that birthmark represents hard labor.
Is it 225 bench? I'm like, oh yeah, yo voy al gimnasio. They're like, oh yeah, you go to the gym, let's see. I remember it would make me like lift all the heavy shit like shingles, you know, shit for your roof, and go up the ladder with the shingles. You know what shingles are? I feel like Brad grew up in a suburban household.
Things that overlap. You work at Home Depot.
But that's easy shit. You work inside Home Depot, I be going in, I'm like, yo, you know what it is?
But there you go, Akim. You know, just boost brothers' faith, man. Cause hey, who else but Issachar, man, out there. You know, that's how you know we are the tribes, man. We are the Lord's people. That's just very spiritual. How this Jake, he's going into hard labor, and look at his right shoulder. Okay, it's either a birthmark or an actual temporal, scar from lifting, a lot of weight during labor. And with that, I want to say shalom.